Shots rejected, back to Milan Milovanovic, shots up and good. Milovanovic with the rejected shot, puts it up and in, we're all tied up at 2, 7:05 remaining. 33 pages has the basketball, right to Harris, and he throws it out of bounds at last touch by Twin Springs, good defense by Harris. It remains St. Paul basketball, 7 minutes remaining, we're all tied up at 2. Again, we set the trigger to the inbound, trying to find someone to get it to. Off the back court to Ken Thompson. Thompson has the basketball guarded by Malone. Puts it over to Daniel Davis. Davis open for the three. He kicks it out high to 33 Paget. Paget goes around the screen, cut off by Harris. Trying to find someone to get it to. In the corner, 2:15. That's Holbrook. Nice defense by the Titans. Kicks it back out high to Thompson. Thompson drives it over to 33 Paget. Shots up and good. That's a 2-pointer by Paget. St. Paul leads 4-2, 6:27 remaining. Harris has the basketball for Twin Springs, kicks it to Webb. Webb drives in, back to Milanovic. He turns around, shots up and good. Nice ball movement by Twin Springs. Milanovic with his fourth point. We're all tied up at 4, 6:13 remaining. Davis has the basketball, drives, kicks that off, brings it back out. Kicks it inside, shot is up and no good. Rebound Webb for Twin Springs. Harris has the basketball, kicks it into the front court to Castle. Castle drives in, over to Milanovic. He goes up. Castle, bucket, and a foul. Foul's on 15, Robert Holbrook. That's his first, team's first. And going to the line to complete the three-point play is Milan. Milanovic has the basketball, looking for the three-point play. Titans lead by 2, 6-4, 5:53 remaining. Shot is up, and no good. Rebound Webb, puts it up and in. Kyle Webb with the rebound on the ball. Titans lead by 4, 8-4, 5:45 remaining. Thompson has the basketball. Puts it back over to 33 Magic. Magic drives in the middle, kicks it inside. Nice feed, shots up, blocked. 14 David Castle with a nice weak side defense, blocks that shot, goes out of bounds. It remains St. Paul basketball. Paget gets it over to Hensley. Hensley stops, drives, shots up, partially blocked, rebound controlled by Twin Springs. Castle with the rebound. 5:25 remaining, gets to the head of Webb. Webb drives in, cut off, nothing there, kicks it back out high to Castle. He's open for the three, takes the three. It's no good, rebound controlled by Noah. We got a foul on the floor. Foul is on 12, Ben Thompson for St. Paul. That's his first, team second. Titan basketball, 5:17 remaining here in the first period. Tonight's first Cumberland District semifinal game. We apologize for the difficulties getting on the air. Didn't get to the lineup. Do that the first time out. Kick it out high to Harris. Harris kicks it inside. Knocked out of bounds. Goes off for Daniel Davis. It remains Twin Springs basketball. 5:07 remaining. Castle with the trigger of the inbounds. Gets it to Harris. He drives the paint. Almost loses control. Gets it back. Got a whistle on the play. Foul away from the ball. Daniel Davis, that's his first and team's third. And coming into the game for St. Paul will be 14, Jonathan Kirk. 5 minutes remaining here in the first. Titans lead by a score of 8-4. Castle set to trigger the inbounds. Gets it to Harris. Harris is open for the three, doesn't take it, brings it back out high and sets the offense. Harris dribbles toward the corner. Gets it back out high to Castle. Castle drives the paint, stops, pops, and hits. David Castle with the bucket. Titans lead 10-4, 4:42 remaining here in the first. 33 Paget with the basketball. Guarded by Harris. Gets it over to 12, Ben Thompson. Thompson kicks it out to Hensley. Hensley looks inside, wants to drive, can't, pick it up by Webb. Gets it back over to Paget. Paget has the basketball guarded by Harris. He drives the bucket, stops, kicks it inside, thrown away. Springs comes up with it. Titans look to run. Harris has it. Tries to kick it inside. Ball's knocked away. We've got a foul. Webb was tripped going in. That foul's on James Hensley. That's his first and team's fourth. 4:14 remaining. Titans lead 10-4. Again, Castle will be triggering the inbounds, trying to get it inside. Nothing there. Gets it back out high to Webb. Back over to Castle. He's open for the three. Instead, kicks it back out to Harris. Titans patient on offense, trying to get it inside to do kicks to Castle. Castle stops. He's going to pass it inside to Webb. And intercepted by St. Paul. 33 Paget with the basketball. We've got a whistle and a foul. Foul is on 12. Andy Harris. That's his first, team's first. It'll be St. Paul basketball, 3:54 remaining. Titans lead 10-4. Hensley with the inbounds, gets it into Webb Thompson. Thompson guarded by Milan Milovanovic. Gets back over to Hensley. He drives, he stops, cut off. Thompson has it back over to Paget. Paget looks to drive, kicks it over to 15. Holbrook shots up, it's no good. Rebound Milovanovic for Twin Springs. Gets back over to Harris. Harris kicks it into the front corner, over to Castle in the corner. Castle gets it back out high to Harris. Titans swing the ball around on the perimeter. That's 24, Brandon Lawson, who's entered the game. Back over to Milanovic in the corner to Harris. He launches the three. It's no good. Rebound controlled by Paget for St. Paul, and got a foul. That will be on 12. Harris second, and Teeny second. Kendall Gibson enters the game for Twin Springs. Titans lead 10-4, 3:17 remaining here in the first. Team fouls. Currently, you've got St. Paul with 4 and Twin Springs with 2. St. Paul has 4 players with 1 foul each, and the Titans, Andy Harris, picked up his second. And we're ready to get underway. It's St. Paul basketball. 33 Paget has the basketball, guarded by Kendall Gibson. Gets it over to Hensley in the corner. He's cut off. Hensley drives. Feeds it back over to Paget. Paget drives. Nice defense for the Titans. They cut it off. Get it back out to 15. Launches the shot. It's no good. And Kendall Gibson has the basketball for the Titans. Gets it over to Castle. Castle looks inside. Nothing there. Kicks it back into Milanovic. He goes up strong and scores. Milanovic with his 8 points for the first period of play. Titans lead by 8, 12-4. 2:43 remaining. 33 Paget has the basketball. Guarded dribble back out high to Thompson. Thompson slowly lanes for the three-point line. Tries to spin around, nothing there. Gets to Paget. Paget drives. Shot up off the glass with a too hard rebound. 14 Kirk, and he's fouled. Foul, I believe, will be on 33 Tyler Webb. It will be his first, team's third. Heading into the game for Twin Springs will be 52 Ben Dingus. And for St. Paul, 42 Adam Fields. And with that, we've got a timeout St. Paul. Timeout with 2:20 remaining here in the first. Titans lead by 8, 12-4. We've got the St. Paul starters, your starters from Twin Springs, which they've already made some substitutions, but we'll go ahead and give you those starters. It was Andy Harris and David Castle at guards, Brandon Webb and Milan Milovanovich at forwards, and the center was Tyler Webb. Your leading scorers up to this point for the Titans, it's Milan Milovanovich with 8 points, Tyler Webb and David Castle with 2 each. And for St. Paul, James Hensley and Seth Paget with 2 each. When the play resumes, it will be St. Paul basketball. Deacons trail the Titans by a score of 12-4. Again, we're coming to you from Thomas Walker High School for the semifinal round of the Cumberland District Tournament. The winner of tonight's game will face the winner of the contest, Rycove and Castlewood. Deacons look to trigger the inbounds, get it in to Kirk. Kirk gets it back over to Paget, guarded by Kendall Gibson. Paget runs it towards the center, kicks it over in the corner to Hensley. Shot is up and good by James Hensley. Titans lead by 6, 12-6, 2 minutes remaining. Gibson has the basketball, looking for Castle, gets it over to Castle in the corner. Castle drives, he's cut off, back over to Dingus. Dingus shot is up and he's fouled. Again, Dingus fouled on that play. The foul is on 42. Andrew Fields, that's his first and team's 5th. And going to the line to shoot 2 for Twin Springs will be 52, Ben Dingus. First is up and no good. Returning to the game for Twin Springs will be 34. That's Brandon Webb. Once again, we apologize for the audio difficulties. We are having microphone problems tonight. Dingus' second is up and good. Ben Dingus hits 1 of 2. Titans lead by 7. 13-6, 1:51 remaining. Paget has the basketball, gets it in the front court. Guarded by Gibson. Kicks it over to Hensley. Hensley thinks about the 3. Instead, dribbles towards the center of the key. Stops at the foul line. Pops it up. It's good. James Hensley with his 3rd bucket of the game. Cuts the lead to 13-8. Twin Springs, 1:34 remaining. Gibson has the basketball, guarded by Paget. Comes around the screen. Picked up by 14. Trying to swing the ball around on the perimeter. Get it over to Lawson. He drives the middle and brings it back out high. Kendall Gibson has the basketball. Drives it in, gets it over to Webb. Webb stops, kicks it inside to Milanovic. He goes up strong. Partially blocked. Webb with the rebound. His shot's up and good. Tyler Webb with the rebound in the putback. Titans lead 15-8. 1:04 remaining. 33 Paget has the basketball, gets it over to 4. Davis. Davis drives the middle. He stops. His shot's up and it's no good. Rebound controlled by Milanovic for Twin Springs. Dingus went up and challenged that shot. Milanovic comes out with the basketball, gets it back to Boyd Gibson. Gibson gets across the timeline, trying to find someone to get it to. Looks inside, nothing there. Back out high to Lawson. Lawson swings it over to Webb. Webb looks inside, nothing there. Tries to kick it inside, ball knocked away. St. Paul comes down with it. Paget now has the basketball, brings it across the timeline, kicks it inside the field. Fields posts up, shots up, it's no good. Rebound controlled by Dingus to Twin Springs. 26 seconds remaining. Titans slow it down and go for 1 shot. Gibson gets it across the timeline, gets it over to Lawson. Lawson brings it out to the top of the key, back over to Webb. 15 seconds remaining. Back to Lawson. 10 seconds remaining. Lawson drives, stops, pops, kicks it off the glass a little too hard. Milanovic with a rebound, shots up, no good. Dingus fights with the rebound, he gets it, goes up, it's blocked. 1 second remaining. Long shot at the buzzer, it's no good. So at the end of the first period of play tonight, semifinal game of the Cumberland District Tournament finds Twin Springs leading by a score of 15-8. After 1 period of Springs, 44. Milan Milovanovich with 8. And for St. Paul, James Hensley with 6. Foul trouble. St. Paul has 5 players with 1 foul each. James Hensley, Daniel Davis, Ben Thompson, Robert Holbrook, and Andrew Fields. And for the Titans, Andy Harris has 2, and Tyler Webb with 1. Play gets ready to get underway here in the second period of play. It will be St. Paul basketball. Titans lead 15-8. Hensley is set to trigger the inbound. It's back court to Ben Thompson, and we're underway. Thompson guarded by Lawson. Kicks it over to Daniel Davis. Davis moves it down drive. Kicks it back over to Hensley. Back out high Davis. He puts up the 3. It's no good. Rebound controlled by Webb for Twin Springs. Heads up to the basketball. Titans look to run. They got the number. Keep it over the Webb. He drives inside. Goes up strong. Shots up and in. Nice move by 34. Brandon Webb. Titans lead 17-8. 7:29 remaining here in the second. Paget has the basketball for St. Paul. Guarded by Gibson. Kicks it over to Fields. Paget wants it back. Fields trying to get it to him. Out high to Hensley. Hensley got the hot hand from St. Paul. Doesn't make the shot. Gets it over to Ford Davis. He just gets it back in the corner to Paget. Paget takes the 3. It's up. No good. Rebound controlled by Webb for Twin Springs. Gets it out to Kendall Gibson. Gibson pushes the ball into the front court. Kicks it over to Lawson. Lawson drives. Stops. Back out high to Gibson. Gibson kicks it over to Webb inside to Tyler Webb, and he's called for the travel. It'll be a turnover, and St. Paul basketball. 6:57 remaining. Titans lead 17-8. 33 Paget has the basketball. When he picked up at half court by Harris. Gets it across the timeline. Nice defense by Castle for Twin Springs. Titans look to run. St. Paul gets back. Good defense by St. Paul getting back. Better defense by the Titans on the steal. Harris has it. Kicks it over to Webb. Back over to Harris. Back out high to Castle. Back over to Lawson. Lawson looks inside. Starts to drive. Picks it up. Cross court to Harris. Back to Castle. Castle kicks it inside to Webb. He spins. He's cut off. Back to Harris. He's open for the 3. Takes the 3 and hits the 3. Titans lead 20-8. 6:23 remaining. Nice ball moving by the Titans. St. Paul gets the ball back into the front court. Thompson has it. He drives. Stops. Kicks it up and in. Ben Thompson with his first bucket. Gets the Titans lead to 10. 20-10. 6:08 remaining. Titans going across the press. All looks inside. Tyler Webb was wide open. They couldn't get it to him. Kick it over to Castle. Open for the 3. Takes the 3. It's no good. Webb with the rebound. Gets it back down high to Lawson. Lawson stops. Pops. No good. Looks like St. Paul got away with one there. It appeared Daniel Davis was trying to push 52 Van Dingus out of the way, but St. Paul has the basketball. 3-pointer on the way. It's short. St. Paul gets it back, shots up, no good. Castle with the rebound. Gets it back over to Harris, and we've got a timeout. Timeout, Twin Springs, 30-second timeout. 5:31 remaining. Titans lead by 10, 20-10. What goes to me and Saul there, he called a quick timeout. Up a play for Thompson. Nice defense. Nice crashing on the boards by Twin Springs. Or using their height inside to crash the boards and get the rebound. I said 5:31 remaining here in the second period. Titans lead by 10, 20-10. It will be Twin Springs basketball. Milanovich set to trigger the inbound. Gets it into Andy Harris. Harris picks up immediately. 15, Robert Holbrook. They try to trap. Instead of get the tight kid across the timeline. Castle over to Webb. Webb gets the driving. Kicks it inside to Tyler Webb. Shots up and in. Once again, nice running movement by Twin Springs. Tyler Webb gets second bucket of the game. Titans lead by 12, 22-10, 5:11 remaining. Thompson has the basketball. Kicks it over to Paget. He drives in. Shots up and no good. Rebound Milanovich for Twin Springs. Someone to get it to. Instead drives in. Kicks it over to Webb. Webb launches the 3. It's no good. Rebound Daniel Davis for St. Paul. Gets it over to Paget. 4:50 remaining. Kicks it ahead to 15 Holbrook. Holbrook looks inside. Trying to beat it in the 3. He does. Nice defense by Twin Springs. Wild shot up and no good. Rebound win for Twin Springs. Again, Harris looks to run. Quickly gets it into the front court. Kicks it over to Webb. Back out high to Harris. Harris drives over to Milanovic in the corner to Castle. Castle looks to cross court. Gets it back out to Milanovic. Harris open for the three. Doesn't take it. Kicks it back out high to Castle. 4:23 remaining. Milanovic has the basketball. Looks inside. Cut off. Nothing there. Lobs it back out high to Webb. Webb has the basketball. Kicks it back over to Harris. Harris looks inside. Step drive. Stops. Pops. In and out. No good. Controlled by St. Paul. Davis has the basketball, looks to run in, loses control, ball off balance, shots up, it's no good. Rebound controlled by St. Paul, up and in. 15 Robert Holbrook with the rebound. We got a quick timeout by St. Paul. With 3:57 remaining here in the second, Titans lead by 10, 22-12. Rutter to go down. St. Paul came out with it, pushed it down the floor. Wild shot went up. It wasn't any good, but the rebound was controlled by St. Paul, put up and in. And Titans lead has been cut to 10, 22-12. It'll be Twin Springs basketball as play resumes. Set to trigger the inbound since St. Paul comes on the floor. Officials are being very patient. Not warning St. Paul. Now they give them away. Harris has the basketball for Twin Springs. St. Paul looks the trap. Kick it in the middle. Nice ball moves by Twin Springs. They've got a foul. It's a holding foul. Be on 33. Seth Paget, that's his first, and team sixth. Going to the line to shoot two for Twin Springs will be 33, Tyler Webb. Paget had it. No, they're calling that before the shot. I find that hard to believe, but they're calling it before the shot. Get it into Harris. Going to Castle. Castle inside to Webb. Back out high to Harris, 3:42 remaining. Tyler Webb blocking foul away from the basketball. He was trying to set a pick. Two close calls for the Titans, and coming into the game for Twin Springs will be 52. Ben Dean is replacing Tyler Webb. Here's Ben Thompson triggers the inbound to Paget. Titans lead by 10, 22-12, 3:33 remaining. Paget has the basketball almost down the way. Twin Springs, he goes in. Shots up and good. To a 12-point Titan lead, 24-12. To the basket, stop, rejected. Ben Dennis with a big rejection for Twin Springs. Titans look to run. Harris gets it in front to Castle. Castle stops, kicks across to Dennis. He goes in, shots up, and good. Nice continue, nice foul movement. Spinning the ball all around, getting the easy layup. Titans lead 26-12, 2:58 remaining. Hensley open in the corner, does not take the three. Then kicks it inside. Turn around, shots up, block. Milanovic with the block for Twin Springs. Captain comes down the last ball, gets it over to Harris. Harris kicks it inside, ball knocked away. Nice defense by Hensley for St. Paul. Deacons look to run, kick it inside, Paget, shots up, it's good, excuse me. Gets that one hard off the glass and stayed in. Gets it for a 12-point Titan lead, 26-14, they crack the Titans. Captain kicks it inside, nice pass to Milanovic for the easy bucket. Titans lead 28-14. Paget gets it back out to Thompson. Over in the corner to Hensley. Hensley drives, stops, gets it back out to Paget. He launches the three. It's no good. Dingus with the rebound. Gets it over to Harris. 2 minutes remaining. Titans lead by 14. Webb has the basketball, drives in. Feeds it inside, and he's called for the travel. Coming into the game for Twin Springs is 22 Kendall Gibson and 24 Brandon Lawson. 1:56 remaining. Titans lead by 14, 28-14. Next St. Paul foul will put Twin Springs in the 1-1. Paget has the basketball, so they get across the time. Spring loses control of the basketball. Finish comes down with Milanovich comes up with the basketball, gets it over to Kendall Gibson. 1:36 remaining. Titans lead by 14, 28-14. Castle open for the three, then kicks it inside to Lawson. He turns, shots up, no good. Milanovich with the rebound, no good. Rebound controlled by St. Paul. Titans had 2 or 3 shots at it, could not get it to go down. Davis kicks it across court to Hensley, nothing there. Nice defense by Milanovich. Kicks it back out from 15, shots up and good. 3-pointers by Robert Holbrook. That's the Titan lead to 11, 28-17, 1:08 remaining. Gibson has the basketball, kicks it over to Castle. Castle sees a wide open Ben Dingus inside. Titans had an easy bucket there. Lawson has the basketball, kicks it back out high to Castle. He's open for the three, instead kicks it over to Gibson. Titans being patient, 52 seconds remaining. Kick it in to Ben Dingus from Diaz. That was a foul there. Dingus tries to get back on defense. He's hobbling. Shots up and good. 3, Jeremy Holbrook with the bucket. Titans lead is cut to 9, 28-19, 35 seconds remaining. Gets it back to Dingus. Across the timeline to Castle, kick it inside to Milanovich. He turns around, shots up, no good, gets his own rebound, shot up and good. Yeah, Milanovich with another bucket. Titans lead by 11, 30-19, 18 seconds remaining. Patrick has the basketball for St. Paul. He gets up to the helmet with 1 shot, over to Hensley. Back out to Thompson, over to Paget. He launches the 3. It's no good. Rebound. Davis to Hensley puts it up and in. 1 second remaining. Gibson doesn't get a shot off. At halftime, it's tonight's first semifinal game of the Cumberland District Tournament, and it finds Twin Springs leading by a score of 30-21. We'll be back in just a moment for the second half of tonight's semifinal Cumberland District Tournament game in a moment. We're almost ready to get underway with the second half of tonight's Cumberland District semifinal game between Twin Springs and St. Paul. Titans lead 30-21. It'll be Twin Springs basketball that starts the second half of play. Harris has the basketball from the Titans, gets across the timeline to Milanovich high. Kicks it to dribble, tries to find someone to get it to. Gets it to Tyler Webb. Ball's knocked away. Goes out of bounds. Remains Twin Springs basketball. Has the ball back, drives in, stops, nobody there, gets it back over to Webb, gets it in the corner to Castle, and ball's knocked away. Will Thompson with the steal. Gets it over to Daniel Davis. Davis looking for someone to get it to. Picked up, nice defense by Twin Springs. Harris gets the ball on that pass, goes out of bounds. It remains St. Paul basketball, 7:26 remaining. Titans lead 30-21. Paget set the trigger to the inbounds, gets it in to 12 Thompson. Thompson gets it to Daniel Davis on the wing. Davis looks to inside, so kicks it across court to 15 Holbrook. Holbrook trying to find someone to get it to. Comes around the screen, kicks it inside, shots up, and good. 3, James Hensley with the bucket. Cuts the Titan lead to 7, 32-23. They kick it across court, knocked out of bounds. Remains Titan basketball. 7 minutes remaining. Castle sets the trigger the inbounds, gets it into Milanovich, back over to Castle in the corner. Castle brings it out to Harris, who swings it back over to Webb. And then Webb the basketball back over to Castle. Castle gets it over to Harris. Looks inside, nothing there. Back over to Milanovich out high. He lost it inside to Webb. He's spin, shots up, no good. Daniel Davis with the rebound, brings it down, launches the 3. It's no good. Rebound Milanovich for Twin Springs. Harris looks to run. Kicks it over to Castle. Castle goes in, shots up. No, he's fouled on the floor. Let's see who that foul was on. I think it was on 4. Daniel Davis. It was at his second. Team's first. Castle sets the trigger the inbound. Off the back court. The Webb gets it back over to Castle. Castle drives. His shot's up. And it's good. It's stuck in the net. We'll assume that it's good. St. Paul went up to block that and hit the net. It held the ball. It finally dropped. David Castle with his first bucket of the second half. Titans lead by 9 once again. 32-23. 6:20 remaining. Thompson has the basketball, kicks it over to Davis. Webb. Kicks it back over to Thompson. Thompson looks inside. Nobody there. Gets it over on the wing to Hensley. Hensley kicks it inside. Back. Shots up. No good, but there is a foul. Foul is on 14, David Castle. It's his first and team's first of the second half. And at the line to shoot 2 for St. Paul is 4, Daniel Davis. His first is up and no good. Davis has 1 free throw remaining. Second is on the way and it's good. St. Paul looks to trap the Titans. Harris has the basketball. Gets it over to Milanovic. Long pass to Webb. Webb looks inside. St. Paul got back on defense. Titans set their offense out high. Castle has the basketball. 5:50 remaining. Gets it over to Harris. Harris drives in. Kicks it back out to Castle. He's open for the 3. Takes the 3 and brings the 3. David Castle with another 3-pointer. Titans lead by 11. 35-24. 5:35 remaining. Davis has the basketball, guarded by Webb. Brings it back out high. Gets it over to 12, Thompson. Back to Davis. Davis drives around. He's cut off. Launches the ball. It's partially blocked, but a foul was called. Foul was called on 34, Brandon Webb. That's his first, team's second. And it'll be St. Paul basketball underneath the Titan basket. Davis set to trigger the inbounds. Keeps it back to Hensley. His shot's up short and no good. Ball controlled by St. Paul. Shots up and good. 15, Robert Holbrook with the bucket. Gets the Titan lead to 9. Nice try by 15, Holbrook. Tried to throw it off the leg of Andy Harris, but couldn't do it. Titans remain in control of the basketball. 5:06 remaining. Harris gets it across the timeline. Kicks it over to Webb. He drives in. He stops. Kicks it back out high to Castle. Gets it back to Tyler Webb. He spins. Shots up. No good. Went too hard. Kicks off the glass. Hensley with the rebound. Davis now has it. Kicks it back over to Hensley. He stops. Pops. Shots up and good. James Hensley with another bucket. That's the Titan lead. 35-28. Long pass down to Castle. Castle drives inside, kicks it into Webb, but there's a foul. Returning to the game for Twin Springs will be, well, apparently not yet, he will be 24. Raymond Lawson will be coming into the game. And that foul will be on number 3, James Hensley. That's his second, team's second. Be Titan basketball underneath the St. Paul basket. Milanovic has it, spins, shots up, it's no good. Gets it back over to Padgett. Padgett almost loses control of it. Gets it back out to Hensley. Thanks for that 3, comes around the screen, launches the 2, shots up and good. Has to get a hand in James Hensley's face. He's got 16 of the St. Paul 30 points. Short to Castle. Castle drives in, shots up and good. Nice power move by David Castle. Castle's got all the Titans points here in the third period of play. He scored 7 points. Titans lead by 7, 37-30. Kick over to Hensley, launches the 3. It's no good. And goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harris for Twin Springs. It remains it remains St. Paul basketball. Looking straight at that Thomas Walker sign behind the basket there. Hensley triggers the inbounds, gets it inside to Padgett. He's cut off, he spins, shots up. It's no good. Rebound controlled by Castle for Twin Springs. Harris has it, gets it back out to Castle. He takes the 3-pointer. It's no good. Rebound Milanovic. Ball stripped away. Lawson tracks it down for Twin Springs and loses control. We've got a foul. Foul is on 12. Andy Harris, that's his 3rd. And team's 3rd. It'll be St. Paul basketball. James Hensley triggers the inbounds. 3:24 remaining. Titans lead has been cut to 7, 37-30. Goes out of bounds. Fort Davis could not come up with the pass. It goes out of bounds. Turnover. It'll be Twin Springs basketball. Kendall Gibson brings the ball into the front court for Twin Springs. Titans lead by 7, 37-30. Gibson gets it over to Lawson. Drive, stop, and hit. Brandon Lawson gets the first bucket of the game. Titans lead by 9, 39-30. 3 minutes remaining. 33 Paget has the basketball guarded by Gibson. Comes around the screen, kicks it back out to Davis. Davis shots up, no good. Rebound pass for Twin Springs. Push it ahead to Lawson, shots up and good. Brandon Lawson back-to-back buckets for Twin Springs. Titans lead by 11, 41-30. 33 Paget has it, back over to 14, Jonathan Kirk. Kirk looks inside, trying to find someone to give it to. Spins around, shots up, it's partially blocked for the foul. Not sure who that foul's on. 24, Brandon Lawson. That's his first and team's fourth. And at the line to shoot 2 for St. Paul. First one, good. That's 14, Jonathan Kirk with the free throw. He has one remaining. That's to a 10-point Titan lead, 41-31. 2:22 remaining here in the third. Kirk's second is up and also good. Andrew Fields returns to the game for St. Paul. Kendall Gibson has the basketball for the Titans. They lead by 9, 41-32, 2:17 remaining. Gets it over to Tyler Webb. Back out high to Lawson, over to Milanovic. In the corner to Castle. Castle stops, drives, reverse layup. Shot is up and good. That's the one. Got the shooter's roll on that one. Titans lead 43-32, 2 minutes remaining. Thompson has the basketball. Goes around a Hensley screen. Kicks it inside to shots up and good. Holbrook with the turnaround shot. 1:48 remaining. Titans push it ahead. Get it out to Gibson. Over to Castle. Castle looks to drive. He's cut off. Over the corner to Lawson. He takes the three. He drains the three. Brandon Lawson with another bucket. Titans lead by 12, 46-34. Inside comes around the screen. Kicks it inside, shots up and good. Ian Thompson with the bucket. Titans lead by 10, 46-36. 1:14 remaining. Lawson has the basketball, gets it out to Gibson. Gibson drives. He's cut off. Kicks it back out to Castle. Castle's open for the three, takes the three, and drains the three. Titans lead by 13, 49-36. Third period of play, we've still got 1:04 remaining. And the net is stuck, and Tyler Webb comes over and gives him a little assistance here. And we've got a stoppage of play as the net going to have to do here. Net management 101 here. Now they got it down. St. Paul took the opportunity to call the troops over and have a little talk. It'll be St. Paul basketball, 1:04 remaining. Titans lead 49-36. Well, Ben Thompson has the basketball for St. Paul. Looks to drive, loses control, pushes off. Loses his balance at call of travel. St. Paul picks Twin Springs up full court. Lawson has the basketball. Drives through the pressure. Kicks it over to Webb. Webb goes in. Stops. Tries to find someone to get it to. Kendall Gibson. And we got an over and back call on Team Springs. It'll be a turnover. It'll be St. Paul basketball, 43 seconds remaining. Titans lead, 49-36. Thompson has the basketball, guarded by Kendall Gibson. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by St. Paul. It'll be a turnover. Twin Springs basketball, 34 seconds remaining. Kendall Gibson has the basketball. Kicks it out to Milanovic, who kicks it in to Lawson. Drives in, stops. Kicks it back out high. Titans going to take the time on offense. 20 seconds remaining. Swinging the ball around on the perimeter. Gibson brings it out, back out high, gets it back in the corner to Ben Dingus. 7 seconds remaining. Kendall Gibson has the basketball. 5. Loses control of the basketball. 2, 1. Shots up, no good, but there is a foul with 0.6 of a second remaining here in the third. Coach Vermillion can't be too happy with that turn of events. The foul was on 22, Kendall Gibson. That's his first and team's 5th. And at the line to shoot 2 for St. Paul will be 12, Ben Thompson. Thompson's first is up and good. Thompson has 1 free throw remaining, cut it to a 12-point Titan lead. Second one is up and good. Long three-pointer at the buzzer, no good. Brandon Williams, at the buzzer didn't connect. Titans still lead by 11, 49-38. At the end of 3 periods of play. Period of play was David Castle. He had 12 points in the third, leading 16 for the game through 3 quarters. He's the leading scorer for Twin Springs. Milan Milivanovic with 12. Tyler and Brandon Webb with 4 each. Brandon Lawson with 7. All those right there in the third. And Ben Dingus with 3. For St. Paul, James Hensley with 16. David Davis with 1. Ben Thompson with 6, Jonathan Kirk with 2, Robert Holbrook with 9, Seth Padgett with 4. Davis has the basketball, stops, pops, it's no good. Castle with the rebound for Twin Springs, gets it back over to Harrison, so he entered the game, pushes the ball up to Webb, Webb goes in, shots up, Castle, bucket, and a foul! Fouls on number 4, Daniel Davis. That's his third and team's third. And at the line, let's complete the 3-point play. It is 34, Brandon Webb. It's up and in. Webb now has 7 points. Titans lead 52-38. Padgett has the basketball, drives in, kicks it inside, ball knocked away. And then it comes up with loose basketball for Twin Springs. Harris looks to push. Kicks it over to Webb, loses control of it. And it goes out of bounds. Webb thought that it was last touch by St. Paul. The official thought it was last touch by him. Well, it'll be St. Paul basketball. Padgett has the basketball for St. Paul. Gets it into the front court. Kicks it over to 3. Hensley. Hensley stops, pops. It's no good. Rebound controlled by Hensley. He goes up strong and he's fouled. This foul is on 33, Tyler Webb. That's Webb's third and team's 6th. At the line to shoot 2 for St. Paul will be number 3, James Hensley. Hensley's first is up and no good. He has 1 free throw remaining. It's up and good. St. Paul immediately picks the Titans up full court. Get it into Harris. Back to Bendinga. For Brandon Webb to Castle. Never put the ball on the floor, and here's the length of the floor. Castle with the bucket. Good defense by Twin Springs once again. 24, Brandon Lawson comes into the game for Twin Springs. It'll be St. Paul basketball, 6:52 remaining. Hensley has it, he takes the three. It's short. St. Paul tried to save it, could not, goes out of bounds, over to Twin Springs. 6:45 remaining, Titans lead, 54-39. Castle has the basketball. Lobs it into Lawson. Lawson drives in, kicks it in to Webb. Shots up, no good. Lawson got his hands on the way up. Nice defense by Twin Springs, got a foul. Foul's on Daniel Davis, and that was a block and a half. His fourth, team's fourth. We got timeout. Timeout on the floor with 6:34 remaining. Twin Springs leads by a score of 54-39 over St. Paul in tonight's Cumberland District semifinal game. Remember, fans, the winner of this game will stand on to the Cumberland District Tournament Championship game, which will be held Friday night. It will be against the winner of tonight's second game between Castlewood and Idaho. Resumes, it will be Twin Springs basketball. David Castle sits it true to the inbounds for Twin Springs. Backcourt to Andy Harris, guarded by Paget. Harris gets it across the timeline, kicks it over to Tyler Webb. Webb looks inside. Back out Adam Milanovich over on the wing to Castle. He takes the three. It's in and out, no good. Rebound controlled by St. Paul. Paget has the basketball, kicks it over to 15, Holbrook. Holbrook looks to drive, he does. He's cut off. Kicks it inside, shots up, no good. Rejected by Webb for Twin Springs. He gets it over to Harris. Harris quickly gets it into the front court. Castle comes down for basketball. Gets it over on the wing to Lawson. Castle has it, he drives, shots up, partially blocked. No, it hit the bottom of the backboard and goes out of bounds, so it goes over to St. Paul. 5:51 remaining, Titans lead 54-39. Thompson has the basketball, drives the middle step, kicks it over to Hensley, he's cut off. Back out to Kirk. Kirk gets it back to Thompson, he drives. Runner's on the way, it is good. Titans lead 54-41. Harris has the basketball. Looks to dribble, gets through it. And we got a reaching foul. Foul's on 12, Ben Thompson. That's his second. Team's fifth. Twin Springs basketball on the side. 5:25 remaining. Titans lead by 13, 54-41. Harris has it in the backcourt, guarded by Paget. Gets it across the timeline. Loses control, gets it back. Drives in. Feeds it back out to Lawson. Spins, shots up, and good. Brandon Lawson with another bucket. That gives him 9 points in the game. Titans lead 56-41. Davis calling for the ball, gets it in the corner, stops, drives in. Shot is up, short, no good. Rebound controlled by St. Paul. Shots up, gets it in. James Hensley with the bucket. That's Hensley's 19th point. Lawson has the basketball. Titans don't have the numbers. Get in the corner to Webb. Back to Milanovich. Kicks it back out to Webb. Harris has it. Gets it over to Castle. Gets it over to Lawson. He takes the shot. He drains another one. Brandon Lawson is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. His 11th point of the second half. Paget has it. Gets it over to Davis. Davis kicks it inside. They lose control. Milanovich comes up with it for Twin Springs. Gets it back out to Harris. 4:18 remaining. Harris trying to find someone to get Milanovic over to Lawson. Back out high to Harris. 4:10 remaining. Harris drives the paint. Kicks it over to Milanovic. Shot up and in. Once again, nice ball movement by Twin Springs. Titans lead by 17, 60-43. 4 minutes remaining. Drive to the bucket. Shots up and good. Nice move by James Hensley. That's his 21st point of the game. Milanovic kicks it over to Lawson. Lawson drives in. And he's called for the double dribble. Coming in for the game for Twin Springs will be 52, Ben Dingus. 3:46 remaining. Titans lead 60-45. Team fouls. Twin Springs has 6. St. Paul has 5. So the next Titan foul will put St. Paul into the 1-1. Thompson has the basketball guarded by Lawson. Kicks it inside. Nice post defense by Twin Springs. Kick it out from the three-pointer. Shots up. It's no good. Dingus with the rebound. Gets it over to Harris. 3:27 remaining. Harris kicks it over to Castle. Back to Harris. Tries to swing the ball around on the perimeter. Castle's up for the three. Kicks it over to Milanovic. He drives in. Shots up. No good, but there's a foul. St. Paul's 6th team foul, and that's on 33. Seth Padgett, that is his second. Going to the line to shoot 2 for the Titans will be 44. Milan Milovanovic. His first is up and good. That's Milanovic's 15th point of the evening. His second is on the way. In and out, no good. Dingus with the rebound. Shots up, no good. Rebound St. Paul. Titans lead 61-45. 3 minutes remaining. Kicking in the corner to 3. Hensley. Hensley kicks it inside. Titan defense. Foul with the foul. Ben Dingus 52 with the foul. That'll be Dingus first and team 7th. And that's the line shooting 2 for St. Paul is 15 Robert Holbrook. Holbrook looks to get it to double digits. First is up and it's good. That gets Holbrook into double digits with his 10th point of the game. Cuts the Titan lead to 61-46 with 3:03 remaining. Holbrook's second is up and it's also good. St. Paul looks to press the Titans once again. Harris has the basketball. Kicks it into Ben Dingus. Shots up and good. Nice ball movement by Twin Springs. Titans lead 63-47. 2:50 remaining. Padgett has the basketball, trying to come off the screen of Thompson. He does. Nothing there. Gets it over to Davis. Davis looks inside. He's cut off. Gets it back to Padgett. 2:38 remaining. Padgett takes the three. It's in and out. No good. Milanovic with the rebound. Gets it over to Harris. Titans look to run to get it to Lawson. He drives in. Stops. Nothing there. Back out high to Harris. Back over to Castle. Back to Lawson. He looks inside. Nothing there. Milanovic takes it out high. Gets it to the corner to Dingus. Back out high to Harris. 2:18 remaining. Titans being very patient with this big lead.